All right, guys, so this is our final topic here. It's going to be our Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 7, spoiler discussion. So if you haven't seen it for whatever reason, I mean, it's Monday at this point, so everyone should have seen it. That's why we it's why it's a good thing our show's on a Monday and this show comes on Friday because I always feel good about doing and releasing the spoiler discussion because everybody would have a chance to see it at that time. It's a lot more enjoyable. So hopefully everybody watching the show has already seen it by now. So we're gonna get into this though, and I gotta say this one too. This was I liked this episode, guys. It was the
It was
believer.
a good episode.
I thought it was good. It had Bill Burr came back, so they figured up that they picked up that through line there from him trying to go to Cara Dune.
He didn't have his little gun thing this time. Or blaster thing, that little extra arm. You got to see old Din Djarin without his helmet for a hot minute
I
too.
know, dude. That's what. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We got that. His helmet was removed again. Where was it? We'll have
Just
it.
say you get a photo.
First, he put this helmet on.
Yeah.
So we had that whole bit.
That is knocked away.
I gotta say, some of the lines though in this episode were a little bit cheesy.
Oh, they were. They were
Like,
good,
and especially when we get to this scene,
I didn't like.
He had some very like. I like the scene and I like what they were going for with it, but the dialogue was like kind of cheesy. It was like literally, it's just like, you don't know how much he means to me, man.
But
like, you know what I mean?
It's just.
Why would he say that to him? He's trying to be intimidating. He's gonna be
he's just copying.
I want to come.
But that's the exact same speech that Moff Gideon gave to them when they were stuck in the cantina on the planet. Yeah, when
was it word for word?
It was like word
for word, the exact same speech.
I still think it's kind of cheesy.
When he got them trapped. Oh, I loved it. I was like,
the power of
badass.
Dude, the power of Giancarlo Esposito then is tremendous because the way he can deliver that dialogue did not make me think it was cheesy.
No.
When I heard him saying it, like I didn't even know it was a callback to that exact.
It's word for word, yeah.
Word for word, yes.
But the way he was saying it just made it seem like a dad.
It really
didn't know how to be a badass.
I'm just like, I'm trying here.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just like a really, like, imagine just like a real squirrely little guy who's like real mad about something. Just like, you don't know how much he means to me. Like,
pretty much how you act all the time.
Like, it was just the delivery of it. Because what you're saying is true. I did not feel that way when Giancarlo speaks, man. When he delivers lines, feel it. All right.
This is one of those situations that makes me like I understand why the world's so crazy and messed up because three people can watch the exact same scene and come away with three so different. Like I thought this part of this show, I love the entire episode, but this put it over the top for me and made it one of my favorite episodes ever. I was like, it is just so badass. Like this dude has been kind of on his ass for the past season and a half. He's been, he stole his son from him, and he's not even fucking around anymore. He's just like, you know what? You think he was important to you? You think you're a badass by telling me how important he is and how I'll never know? Yeah, you're the one that doesn't know. I'm coming for him, and you better watch your ass. Yeah, I just thought it was awesome.
No, and I do like it.
Completely different interpretations.
But don't misunderstand me though. I like the whole thing. I just don't felt like it was delivered the same way. It didn't I like that everything you're saying is great, and the fact that it's a callback to like what the Moff said, like that makes it even better. I just felt like the delivery for whatever reason wasn't there. Like.
That's how I felt.
It's just I don't know. It's just like the acting for it didn't work.
It was very muted, but I think that was intentional. I think what they were going for is kind of a matter of fact, like there wasn't the emotion behind it. Like I
Mhm.
can see what you're saying about kind of a scrawny guy who doesn't know because there didn't seem to be a lot of feeling with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I think it was supposed to be intimidating that hey, this isn't coming to you out of emotion. This isn't these are just the
Matter
facts.
of fact.
I'm going to lay the facts out for you. The facts
Right.
are what you thought meant something to you, you have no idea what it means. And this is, and I'm the one that it actually means something to. So I think I
Ooh.
can understand why it didn't play off that way.
Because that's going back to with that with the emotion thing. Because in this scene, you felt and well, you just saw how much he really, really cares for little baby Yo, dude. Like,
He's taking the helmet off. He
yeah,
didn't
like, he didn't even hesitate. Like that thing didn't scan. He's just like, give it to me. I'll do it. Give me the key. I'll do it. Like you ain't
Yeah.
gonna go in there. I got to get this so I can get Grogu back. Like, and then
Yeah.
he takes helmet off. He don't like that was powerful to me.
Yeah.
Like I thought that like
Without
said,
hesitation, just pulled the helmet off.
yeah, he did it. Like
fuck my creed.
yeah, his code. He's just like it's gone. If I gotta save the kid, you know, that's kind of goes back.
That's a priority.
Yeah, and so what Bill Burr was saying in the car ride over, just like we all do, whatever when we get in a tough situation, right? Like that whole like your true colors show when that kind of speech he gave him that, and it's like bam, here it is. Like I liked that a lot.
Yeah, this was one of the first episodes of this series. While the series has been excellent, I wouldn't change anything about it. This is one of the first episodes that gets into some of the stuff, some of the series and TV shows that I really like and really enjoy have that moral dilemma that plays out and then make you question like your own like how would you react in this situation? Where are those lines for people and stuff like this? And I love this episode for that reason that they really pointed out, especially like you said, Bill Burr's whole speech, Mayfield's speech about you have these lines, and it's almost a callback to the Dark Knight Joker interrogation scene where he's like, you have these lines, but
Right.
will you cross them in certain situations? And Mayfield kind of puts that to Mando in this one, like you have this code, and lots of people have codes, lots of people have rules, but put in a tough situation, or do you really follow through with them? Does it really mean anything ultimately?
Mm-hmm.
So I really like that about this episode that it made people, it made not people, but it made the characters kind of question that stuff about themselves.
And then he even had with Bill Burr the scene speaking to the Imperial officer. Like he had a good little moment where he was sitting there. He was telling the story about all the his battalion of troops. His fellow men being murdered and everything. And you saw the emotion in him.
That was
Mhm.
Like
Richard Brake, the original Night King, which is
yeah,
kind of
man.
cool.
Yeah. But so I mean that was a good little scene. And then
Let's get a drink.
yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that guy from something else too, other than Night King. I can't remember. He played.
He was in Batman. He played in Batman Begins.
Yes, that's exactly who he was. Who was he?
He was the dude who killed
Joe Chill.
Yeah, he was Joe Chill.
Yeah,
not very chill.
That's where I knew him from when I saw him.
Yeah,
like 100%.
Well, you don't really recognize him as the Night King.
No, yeah, but no, like the way he was talking, I was just like, dude, what do I know him? Because I knew he was Night King because we had talked about that before, and yeah, like that's it. Thank you. Like that's exactly.
He was
who
Joe
I was
Chill.
thinking of. Old Joe Chill himself. Did they call him Joe Chill in Batman Begins, or was that another one? Or we just assumed?
No, he was Joe Chill.
He was Joe Chill in Batman Begins.
What the fuck is with that name? Like Joe Chill.
Joe Chill, dude. Joe Chill. Then we got we of course have Boba with his new fresh and clean paint job, dude.
God, as soon as I saw that, I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah, it looked good.
It does. It still got the dent, but
I loved sitting there, like as he came out though, rocking the new armor, and we saw him. Or not,
he just looked badass.
I just in my head though, I'm sitting there just like imagining him, just like as soon as he got on the ship, just like
I gotta paint this shit,
and he's just spray painting it, like you know what I mean? Like
he even colored the vest underneath his chest armor. I didn't really notice that or pick that up, but it was a tan vest, and it looks like it's black now. Yeah, but he's got fresh shoulder pad paint, fresh gauntlet paint. I thought it was sweet.
It looked real.
He must have like decals of his logos just sitting around, or he must be really good at painting. Because
that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's funny because like literally it looks pristine. And so
for the most part.
He just had all this sitting in his ship. He's just waiting to get his armor back.
Well, when you're flying hours and hours through hyperspace, you're just like, well, I guess I could paint. Like
he also looks like he did like some P90X and dropped a few pounds. And
so I'm saying it got the breastplate stretcher.
Everything went, yeah.
Do you think?
I love Boba Fett.
I was speculating this before because one of you guys brought it up and said that it looked like it fit him better.
I think it was John.
And obviously, I mean, we know it's not like they didn't actually just paint the rusty looking armor before. I'm sure they just have
new armor,
other armor for him to wear. But it made me think, like, do you think that was actually Tamora Mortensen under there? Because we know it's not Pedro Pascal under the Mando suit unless he has to take his helmet off. He just does the voice work for it. So it may not even be Tamora Mortensen. That might be why it looks like.
Could that be Pedro Pascal though? Like in this episode,
maybe, but they only needed him for that one scene. So like, I don't see why it would have been. You know, it's impossible to tell or no. Like
the first behind the scenes photos of the Mandalorian, I remember before it even came out. There's a picture of Pedro standing on the set with his helmet like halfway up, and it's definitely him.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely on set. It's definitely there. Like, but I mean, again, in that one scene, like he would have had all his armor on and the helmet just to shoot that scene, you know.
Yeah.
But he only needed to do that one scene, and then it could have went back to being John Wayne's grandson. Who knows? Who knows? It don't matter. The end product's what matters, and the end product is good. Like, and then I really liked they let at the very end. Obviously, they let old Bill Burr go on his merry way.
They did.
So
they did.
I feel like he could be potentially showing up in the New Republic
He's good at
show.
What he does like
yeah. Sure. Right. But it makes sense for him. Like, because Cara Dune's the one who got him out and then set him free. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that
died in a mining accident.
To what?
They said he lost his life in a mining accident.
Exactly.
But now he's got to change his identity entirely if he wants to. Well, I guess it isn't hard in the Star Wars universe.
Well, I like too that they like. It was again just something that you don't really get to see a lot, in which like something that they should have explored a lot more with Finn's character, but like a defected Imperial. You know what I mean? Because that's like they kind of got to shine a little bit of light on that with old Bill Burr here in this episode, and like. You kind of got an idea of as to why he left the Imps,
Yeah. He didn't like it.
Yeah. So, like, they need to do more of that. That's why, that's what intrigues me about the Cassian Andor show, because you get to see that, like, dirty side of the rebellion. And then, again, just some it's fine when they stay in these familiar timelines and all that stuff, as long as they just do new things, because that's compelling. So, I liked that. I liked everything they did with him. Then they let him go. I mean, I like the episode overall. Like, we only got one more though, right?
Yeah.
It's
gonna be pretty climactic, I would imagine.
What do you think? How do you think it's gonna end? Let's end the spoiler
on a cliffhanger with Moff Gideon.
You think it's gonna be a cliffhanger? You don't think they're gonna wrap it up?
No,
I doubt it. I mean, that'd be a lot to cover in one episode.
It's going to be rough on me, maybe emotionally. I think it might be pretty rough after the next episode, knowing that he hasn't gotten Grogu back, and I have to wait an entire year with. But
so long,
yeah.
But I agree with Rick. I think they're building towards a confrontation, but I think they're still building. I think next week is.
I don't think he's going
to.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I think the show, the last episode will culminate with them kind of facing off, getting ready to.
I highly doubt that he's gonna assemble his Avengers crew in like 10 minutes of the episode and just like go get him and get Grogu back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what they do in every episode, though.
But I doubt it's going to be as simple too as just we know.
Bo-Katan can be busy.
We're gonna go and yeah.
Do you think it ends with them all being captured?
It could.
Then like maybe Bo-Katan comes and helps bust them out.
I think you're going to see more of Mando without his helmet, though, like as time goes on, because he's going to start realizing that like there are more important things than like the stupid creed. I mean, he's even realizing slowly that a lot of Mandalorians just don't even do that. Like,
well, that's the thing too. Like we mentioned when we on with Bo-Katan episode where we learned that it's this crazy religious zealot group that is trying to do the old Mandalore beliefs and all this kind of stuff. Like, I think that's actually a very interesting arc. Like, they could actually explore with Mando as like on a character level, because like this is some dude who was essentially brainwashed into like a type of cult thing.
Yeah.
Because it's not like we got Boba Fett and we got Bo-Katan and all these people who are just like normies, essentially. Like they're like, nah, dude, like that stuff's kind of crazy. So like we don't do that. Like it's not. It's like, trust me. Like Bo-Katan's sitting there like, I am literally the heir to Mandalore, dude. Like what I'm saying
like,
is
I
true.
You. Like,
yeah,
I'm the reason you exist. Like,
right, like what I'm saying you should listen to. You're like what you're
she was
adhering
nice
to
about
is
it too.
crazy. Yeah, she was cool. So like I think that's like interesting though. Like is like you could go a lot of ways with like a character who's essentially been brainwashed and risen as a child as like from some religious zealot cult weird group.
What do you think Bo-Katan and Mando will get together?
Like,
yeah, make some Mando babies.
You could do that. Like I said
some
before,
foundlings.
Like I said, I think the Mandalorian is gonna just kind of keep going, and eventually, like Bo-Katan will be more of a recurring member, and then like even Boba Fett can be a recurring part of the cast and all this stuff. Because I think the show is gonna just more evolve into being a show about just Mandalorians in general. Because I mean, they could always, if they wanted to, when the Mandalorian story is over, just add an S to the end of it.
The Mandalorians.
And like that's the new series, and it just like can keep going and just like keep exploring this Mandalorian world. But I mean, it could always end with like maybe he gets with Bo-Katan, and like maybe we're looking at the future ruler of Mandalore, and we just don't even know it yet.
Like the first lady, or the first man.
Yeah, like we don't know. Like there's a lot of ways they go with it. Like, so I just don't think they're gonna keep doing the song and dance with Moff Gideon for like too long. Like I don't know.
Maybe halfway through the next season, and then just kind of call it.
There's a chance they could end it like I don't know. So you guys,
I think Jedi is going to come save Grogu. To be completely honest,
that's possible too.
I think that's what I've thought. That's what I've speculated.
He made the call.
He did.
He made the call. A very powerful call at that. All right. So you guys don't think he's getting saved at the end, though? You think Grogu is still going to be in the hands of Moff Gideon at the end of next week's episode?
I think something will happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll be in the clutches of the Empire still after the end of next episode.
Then do you think
something's going to happen? Obviously, but I don't. Yeah.
Oh, go on. What were you saying, Joe?
I definitely think that it's possible that they. I mean, for all intents and purposes, they wrapped up the first season with a somewhat nice bow. I mean, they told you where the next season was going to go, which was him searching for his people or the like-minded people. But they wrapped up most of the story from the first season pretty well. They didn't leave on a big cliffhanger, so maybe they don't leave on a giant cliffhanger. Maybe he does get Grogu back. I think that they've established the show well enough now. They have enough faith that people will come back and watch, even if they do end on a cliffhanger.
Oh, yeah.
And so my personal belief right now is that they'll give us some sort of kind of major cliffhanger. But I could see where they don't too. But
what do you think? So if you think Grogu is still going to be in the clutches of the Empire at the end of the finale, do you think that our crew here is also going to be captured? Do you think they're going to try to go save him, and that's going to be the cliffhanger? Is that they did not win, and they're stuck there now?
I don't think
it could. I don't know. I mean, at that point, then you're also like, does Moff Gideon? Maybe Mando's the only one that doesn't get captured, and then does Moff Gideon play off Grogu versus the other his compatriots? Does Moff Gideon say, look, you can only save one of these. You can save Grogu or you can save your compatriots. But if you go after Grogu, I'm going to kill them. If you go after them, Grogu and I are leaving. So maybe he puts him in an impossible situation like that. I don't know. At this point, it's all out. It's all on the table. I did just want to mention real quick. I believe, and I'm probably forgetting some key scene from the episode, from episode 7 that we're reviewing. But I believe this is the first episode of the entire series that Grogu doesn't appear in.
Yeah.
We don't get to see Baby Yoda.
Not once.
I'm feeling the withdrawal a little bit.
Which is kind of telling, though. I mean, not telling, but it's poetic in a lot of ways because he's been taken. So
he was taken from us.
He's taken from us too.
Taken from my heart.
Yep. If we do anything to get him back, just like Mando would take off.
Goddamn right we would. That's for sure.
That'd be hard.
That's a good point, though. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. But what you guys got? Anything else you want to add? I mean, we gave our predictions. I don't know. I think it could very well at least end with, because I think a good cliffhanger in a lot of ways would be them failing and being captured. Or like maybe they go up there with a crew and they're trying to get in there, and like just like his ship, a bunch of their ship just get blown immediately out of the sky, and like they just fail at even the initial assault. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
True.
You know what I mean?
Plus it would make for a really cool opening episode of season 3 to see like Carl Weathers and Bo-Katan come flying in for the rescue or something.
Yeah, or Ahsoka shows up or something to like help them. Or the Jedi come and like by virtue of going to find Grogu because they heard the call.
True, yeah.
Wreck shop, you never know.
Yeah, that would be an awesome.
Yeah.
I want to see more of those Slave One seismic charges.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was dope.
It was a callback to Attack of the Clones.
Fucking grenade or whatever the hell it was. Yeah, that's a good sound, dude. Star Wars has the best sounds.
Tremendous
sounds alone are just so great, dude.
I tell you what, you guys have convinced me. I'm changing my prediction. I think that he rescues Baby Yo, but I think the cliffhanger is the Jedi, whatever Jedi he contacted shows up, and that's
at the very end of the episode.
Is the Jedi stepping off, and it's
is it a Sith?
Ooh,
did a Sith?
You're the Sith.
I like that. I like that too.
You see, just like we saw Boba Fett's feet at the end of that episode, we see like a black robe.
Darth Maul.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah. At this
Is
point. He? Yeah, at this point he would be.
He should be,
because Obi-Wan killed him.
Old now, and Darth Maul died. Well,
Tatooine, Obi-Wan killed him.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Has that happened yet in this time?
It did, because Obi-Wan's dead.
This is End of Jedi. Yeah.
Yeah.
The timelines confuse me sometimes. Yeah. No, but it could be is there even a Sith around right now that we know of? I'm trying to think.
There's a ghost, or the Sith loyalists from Zanzibar, whatever that planet was.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Sith out there, but I don't know who. John froze on the funniest goddamn thing. It's like he's blowing us a kiss right now.
All right.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, thanks for blowing that up.
Oh, that was funny.
No,
you're good now.
All right, I'm back.
No, but yeah, I don't know. I gotta feel like I don't know. It'd be cool for whatever. I don't know. I'm more bummed that thing's gonna end now. But
I know
at this point, I didn't even realize that we were talking about it. That it's last episode next week. So
I'm just trying to keep in the back of my head all those announcements that came out, and next year at this time when we're reaching the end of the Mandalorian, hopefully we'll be right on the verge of starting up the Ahsoka show, or we'll be right on the verge of the
we'll have to wait a year.
The Rebel show. Yeah,
you'll always have something new to watch.
Yeah, which is like I said, it's going to be great for Disney Plus as a whole. I mean, especially for the viewer too. I mean, it's going to make them a ass ton of money, but like that's the thing. Disney Plus, like I kind of gave them some shit about. Was just that. Man, it would have been so good as right when Mandalorian season 1 ended, then we went into Falcon. And then once that was over, we went into Wanda. And then, just you're always being able to watch something new. What I mean? It's
we've got
definitely getting to that point.
After Mando ends, we'll have 3 weeks until we get to WandaVision. So we're getting there. And then when WandaVision ends, we'll have Falcon and Winter Soldier. So we're almost to that tipping point where you're going to have that consistency.
Yeah.
and new episodes.
And it's gonna be great, especially with a lot of the Star Wars shows having some of those ones that are connected. It'll be real nice to just kind of flow into some, or like have a break and go and watch the Alkalite, then jump into one of the like spin-off shows. So you're kind of like jumping back into your other show kind of thing. It's gonna be great. Like honestly, I'm all for them making money, but like I'm excited as a viewer. It's gonna be fun.
True that.
For sure. All right, you guys got anything else you want to add on here for the Mando?
No, just looking forward to the finale, but also dreading it a little bit.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Nervous.
Now. Absolutely. We'll just have to see. Hopefully, nothing happens to old little Grogu.
It won't.
Bite your tongue.
Disney's not giving up on that.
way.
There's no way anything could happen to him. He makes them way too much money. Like, I mean, the uproar, like that would like it would be insane. Like, my God. Like
We
cancel
thought the
culture
reaction to
would be
The Last
real.
Jedi was bad, but
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it would be The Last Jedi would look. That would be like nothing compared to them hurting Grogu in some way, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. That'll be bad. But anyways, guys, what did you think about the Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 7? Let us know down in the comment section below.